Hey everybody, it's the Mad Master here. I'm just doing a video at my new place. Just waking up, and I woke up to the news that Gavin Newsom got caught, um, essentially not following his own guidelines for the Lacoof virus. He went to a birthday party, and I guess had multiple households present, which is a no-no in California. Knowing that Gavin Newsom has been probably one of the most strict governors as far as the guidelines go, it actually comes at no surprise, as no surprise. It's actually a phenomenon that I might do some more research on as far as some people and how they react to things and what they do in their private lives are often quite different. It's like a lot of cognitive dissonance and things that's, and such. So you have, I remember the case of Larry Craig and Ted Haggerty back in the day. These guys that were, very homophobic in their public, their work as far as the government goes. And well, not Ted Haggerty was a preacher, but his preaching was very homophobic. And I think in his case, he got caught with like some gay hookers and meth and stuff. So these people that are essentially what Tarl Warwick has called coronitarians are more on the fanatical side of this. So, of course, the opportunity for hypocrisy is pretty staggering. That's why I try not to be a hypocrite about anything. I try to be straight up. But also, I think the fanaticism is insane. And whether or not they're doing it for some type of great reset or whatever, I don't know. This whole thing has been very confusing. But it should come as no surprise that a lot of these people are not following their own edicts or guidelines. And it's just it's a symptom of our sick society that we have, unfortunately. Mr. Slick. I mean, I'll call him Mr. Slick because the guy's he always fucking. It's almost like the guy has bought all the hair gel at the Walgreens, and he's just like he stockpiled it, years ago. This Newsom guy. I don't even, I don't live in California, so I don't know, but it's just his hair makes me laugh when I see it. It's just so much fucking hair dye or not hair dye too, probably. Aquanet or fucking what's the LA? What was it? I used to use some kind of hair gel myself to slick my hair back, and it would crust up, and then my scalp would get really dry, and there'd be dandruff and like the fucking hair gel. It was really gross. You would like pull out the damn like the hair gel the flakes. It was so disgusting. I'm sorry. That's a really gross image. Of course, right now it's probably not the most appealing image either. So Gavin Newsom and Whitmer and these extreme coronitarians, I would consider them the extreme. So you have the extreme, you have the more in the middle, you have kind of the or Fitzer, he's more extreme. So these people are coronitarians. I think Cuomo is kind of extreme as far as I know, but I've read, I don't know. The difference between Cuomo and these people is that at least he shows and I don't like him by any means. He shows a little more humility in some ways, but then he's doing this thing with the vaccine. He wants people to study the vaccine before it's implemented. And it's like he's using that as a lever to go against Trump and then probably keep some of the restrictions in place. I don't know. If he's going to loosen the restrictions of cases, then that's different, but depending on the cases, but it's just it's insane. This whole thing's topsy-turvy fucking crazy shit. So just want to do a quick video about Gavin Newsom. There's this guy that I follow. He called him Gestapo Gavin early on because of all the stuff he was doing. And it's just, it's plain to see that these people are not following their own shit. So why should the public at large? That sends the wrong message. If we're going to be fighting this virus with such if we're going to be fighting the virus, which is pretty much acknowledged that it's not, it's not being won. These people have to stop being hypocrites. Of course they're not, because if they don't take it as seriously, why should we take it as seriously? If they don't think it's that much of a threat to go to a fucking birthday party with how many people or whatever, even though it was outside under a canopy or something at a restaurant or some shit, if they're doing this shit, and I doubt they were wearing masks. There's no footage, but I doubt they're, hey, how's it going? Little elbow bump, 6 feet apart in a tight little restaurant. It's just ridiculous. So, if I'm expected to do these things, these oligarchs, essentially they're oligarchs, Newsom or, Cuomo's brother was caught or something. This is a rumor. I don't know if this is true or not. I still never figured out. If someone could verify early on that Cuomo's brother was going around town while he was sick, please send me the article or footage or whatever, because I'm not sure about this. Cuomo, like I said, Cuomo at least is like a little bit better about his communication. Like he says, he's a little more humble than some of these people. He's like, oh, we didn't know this about the virus, blah, blah, blah. And like, when he talks about this or that, he's like, during the crisis, of course, he's probably one of the worst, of course, in other ways. But these coronatarians, so you have those people, and then you have people that are like in the middle, but like, I don't know, like maybe Texas, and I'd say more on the extreme side, but like not as extreme as Evers in Wisconsin. And was he tempered because of the Republican legislature? It's hard to say, because he did allow in-person classes. So, but he's also a school board guy, So it's like, or he comes from the school. He was like a superintendent or something before he became governor, or like the head of all that. So it's like, is that being moderate compared to some of these guys? I don't know. And then you have the all the way on the other side, the Florida, DeSantis in Florida, just say fuck it, Every day as this crisis goes on, and every time I hear stories about people like Newsom, the more that I think DeSantis is making the right choice. Of course, I'm mixed on some of that, but like I think the fact of the matter is that when we have the fucking governor of California, Mr. Coronatarian himself, I would be surprised if the governor of LA did some of the same stuff. Like, it's been happening since the beginning. We heard about Neil Ferguson getting caught with his mistress or whatever. We've heard about the Lori Lightfoot getting a haircut. We've heard about Whitmer's husband going boating or something during a lockdown or whatever the fuck happened. There was a rumor about a party that his daughter went to, like a birthday party during the lockdown, but that was debunked somewhat. The whole thing about him going out, when things were locked, the lake was locked down or some shit. I don't know. We've heard about, I think it was New Mexico or Arizona, or someone who implemented a lockdown went to get jewelry at a store or some shit. That was like the worst, like, let them eat cake moment, if anything. Like, what the fuck? Pelosi getting her hair cut without a mask at a place that was ostensibly locked down, at barbershop. The list goes on. The hypocrisy of these people is appalling and staggering. It's fucking insane. So I could be called an asshole who's part of the problem because I'm still hanging out with friends and family and not wearing masks and not social distancing, even though it's not a huge number, honestly. And I'm still trying to date. I had a date a couple of weeks ago. We weren't wearing masks. We went to a restaurant, one of the only restaurants open in Rockford, Illinois, because they're not supposed to be open. And I had to sign my name, and I had to give my phone number and an email, and like to go to this restaurant. And I don't know why Rockford has like all these seafood restaurants. Like, what the fuck? It's not like, there's a river, but it's like, it's just weird. Anyways, that's about all. I just wanted to cover that Newsom story. I hope these people, if there is a hell, these people that have destroyed these lives of people that Newsom has done, in the name of killing the virus. I hope there is, if there is a hell, and if, I hope they suffer and have to, like, maybe they die and they, like, have to social distance forever from their loved ones and, like, isolate and see them on Zoom in this hell, like, hell is like Zoom being, like, locked up with, like, a military officer outside. Like, they die and they, like, this is like this is what they see forever, perpetual lockdown, because of that virus. Anyways, that's it.